friends, and welcome to another video. Let's leave your stocks. If you haven't subscribed yet, please click subscribe and click the bell so that you can be notified of new uploads. This video is in the playlist called Derive Data in SQL. It's a new playlist. And in this video, we'll be learning how to derive a person's age in SQL. So the way to do this is to make use of two pieces of information. And the first one being the system date or today's date. And the second being a birth date, a person's birthday. Okay. So again, I'll just put them out down here. In Oracle, remember that there is such a thing as called sysdate, system date, which is today's date. Now, typically, you will get this from the dual table, which is unique to Oracle. Okay, so you can never do a select statement in Oracle without mentioning a from clause and without mentioning, for that matter, a table name. So for that reason, for special purposes wherein you're doing text processing, any kind of processing, any kind of select statement that doesn't really necessarily take its data from a particular table, then in that case, you will use the dual table. Okay, so let's look at sysdate. This is being taken from dual table. Okay, so that's something, if you have seen my previous videos, then you've seen this, and nothing new. But you should also know that this sysdate is not just available via the dual table. Okay, so I'm showing here, I have an existing table called customer, and I'll show you that you can also get the value of sysdate from any other table. Okay, it's just that, remember, in Oracle, when you do a select statement, when you execute it, it has to have all the time a from clause. Because of that, having a table name along with it is also a must, okay? But I'll show you that the sysdate isn't always to be taken from the dual table, okay? So in this case, I have a table called customer, and using that customer table, even though if you look at the, I'll show you the structure of this one, you can see that it doesn't have a column called sysdate, cost ID, surname, given name, gender, civil status, birth date. None of it is sysdate, right? But here I'm going to show you, you can still get the sysdate from that table. Okay, so that's how Oracle works. Okay, now that we have this out of the way, we also need, you can see, as I mentioned, we need a person's birth date in order to derive a person's age, okay? So this could either be the value of a column, this birth date, or a known value, which we could hard code in the select statement itself. Okay, let's try let's try looking at examples, making use of the value of a column, okay? So we have a select statement, which is looks different for somebody who is still relatively new to SQL, in that it's different because it is a minus sign, but it's doing a minus between two date values. Birth date, which is a column name, and sysdate, which is, I don't know if I could call it a pseudo column. So it's a column which natively available in the dual table. It can also be extracted, can also be drawn out by simply mentioning any other table name which is existing in the database, okay? So in this case, we're doing a minus between two date values, birth date and sysdate, okay? So let's do that. When you do a minus between two dates in Oracle, what it returns to you is the number of days. But here's a caveat. Here's something we should be very careful of. Before you do a minusing of dates, you should be very careful. You should be sure about the placement of the dates you're subtracting. So I intentionally made this to cause this mistake so that you can see the dangers of it, okay? So you can see the results are negative values in the date difference between these two date values. It's minus. That's because I intentionally switched the proper placement of these two date values. The proper way should be that the more recent date should be mentioned first so that it's like a bigger number minus a smaller number, which in mathematics results to a positive number, right? Or at the very worst case, it's a zero. It's not a negative, okay? So that's what we should do when we minus two dates. The more recent date must come first, okay? So I will correct that here. Okay, sys date minus birth date. Okay, and let's do it again. Now we see that the results are positive. That's because I switched, I made a note of placing the dates in their proper places so that the more recent date comes first in the minusing. Okay, so that's one. Next is we could add an alias. I'll show you the before and after, so you can get a grasp, you can get a difference. Okay. So here in this this example, I'm just simply adding an alias, which is with optionally the keyword as, and then an alias name. Okay, alias is just a nickname. So I'm making an alias so that we have a more user-friendly column heading for the result set. Okay, so I'll execute this. So it's the same result set, except that the column header or heading has been customized. Now I'm showing the word age, okay? The other thing you're noticing here is that the decimal values in the result set are quite a lot, okay? Which is not user-friendly, not easy to read, not easy to remember. It's not readable so much. It's not good for reporting purposes. Okay, so what you would do is we would use a function, a number function, which is also a date function. Uh, in this case, it's being used as a number function. Trunc, which is to truncate. So truncate is, unlike rounding off, it simply cuts off the number of decimal values in a numeric value. So in this case, this is syntax trunc, parentheses, and then the value you wanted to truncate, comma, and then the number of decimal places that you want to truncate it to, okay? So in this case, whatever result set you see here, I want to truncate them all into just 2 decimal places, okay? So this is what I'm gonna do. Okay, I'll just show you. I will retain the existing one. And then, so on top of this, okay, I'll remove this and retain this other one. So I built on top of this select statement here, which I am highlighting, by adding the trunc function outside of the value that I want to truncate. So I want to truncate the result of this subtraction over here. So that's why this is the inner part, and then I am wrapping it or wrapping around it the trunc function. Okay, trunc parenthesis, and then the value I want to truncate, and then comma 2. Okay, so the result set will be that the values will only have 2 decimal values in them. The results will only have 2 decimal values max. Okay, so that's what it shows now. Still, we got the alias of age. Okay, take note that when we minus 2 dates in Oracle or in SQL for that matter, what happens is that a date minus a date results to the number of days. Okay, number of days. If we're minusing a date value and then minus another date value, the result is number of days. That's why it's in the thousands. It could be, it may not always be in the thousands, but it could be if it's there's a big difference between those 2 dates. So in our case, the purpose of the video is to learn how to derive age. So as we know, age is in terms of year, number of years. But here we are having number of days. So we will do a simple simplified conversion based on what we already know from way, way back, that there are 365 days in a year, right? So if I'll just use a bit of mathematics and I could use a handy conversion fraction, then I would do this. Because we know that 1 year is equivalent or equal to 365 days, isn't it? Now, when you divide this by this, which are equivalent, it's the same as 1. Something divided by itself or equivalent to itself is equal to 1, isn't it? And so it's a good thing because we will use that as a multiplier or something to use to convert the number of days returned by this into number of years. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I'll just, again, I will retain the previous statement and then put the new one below it. Okay, so On top of this existing select statement, I added this conversion, multiplying it by the fraction 1 over 365, which I've shown you earlier, the meaning of it, which is meaning 1 year is equal to 365 days. So the effect of that is that the number of days being returned by this will be converted to number of years. Okay, so right now you're seeing the values in thousands, and then now with this new addition to the select statement, it will be converted, those values will be converted to number of years. Okay, so now it's number of years, 26.36, 20.04. So these are in number of years. Okay, so notice that, okay, yeah, let me just. So there are other ways to compute difference between two dates. But I don't want to complicate matters at this point for somebody who is just trying to learn about how to derive age from cis date and a person's birth date, okay? Right now, this is enough learning. If it will complicate, if I will teach you some other date functions that are used to compute differences between two dates. The purpose here is to learn about systate. You've learned that systate could be taken from the dual table as well as from any other table existing in the database. Okay, that's one. Second is that to derive age, you need two pieces of information. One is the system date, which is today's date, and the other is a birth date. And then when you minus, you also need to take note about the placement of those date values so that the more recent date must be mentioned first in the minusing in this operation over here, okay? So the more recent date is this date minus the older date. Then it will give you a positive difference, okay? Which is in, again, like I said, the difference between two dates is in the unit of number of days. And then now if you want to convert it to year, the simplified conversion is to rely on the thing that we already know from way back, which is 1 day equals, 1 year is equal to 365 days, okay? That's why we have that conversion over here, okay? If we wanted to simplify this further, we could do that by removing the 1 and the slash and simply, sorry, by just doing a division. And it will give you the same effect, okay? So that's a further simplification of the conversion, okay? But anyway, I don't want to complicate matters at this point. Just remember what I've told you about the sys date and the things that you need, which are two dates in order to derive age from some value. Okay, thank you for listening and watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, and I'll be seeing you in the next video.